Now at 6:30 on WKYT this morning, developing news in southern Kentucky, where state police are investigating possible human remains.
A jury in northern Kentucky reached a verdict in the murder trial of a young Lexington native. And
it is cold this morning, but a beautiful forecast for the final day of the spring meet at Keeneland.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
It's Friday. Good morning and welcome. So nice to have you along on WKYT despite the freezing weather. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. I was planning on going hiking on Saturday afternoon, and now I'm rethinking that because we do have a chance of some severe weather that day.
Right. All kinds of changes in our forecast coming along here. Some of them nice, and then tomorrow may be a challenge. Meteorologist Micah Harris has that. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, it's going to be tough tomorrow as we start to see that on and off shower and thunderstorm activity spark up. Today, you won't see that at all. It's beautiful outside. Live sky camera starting to see the blue coming up at the sky. And if you look at the bottom of your screen, you can actually see some of that frost developed as well. Current temperatures, 32 now in Lexington, 32 Richmond, Danville, Somerset, Livingston, Crab Orchard. I could go on and on. I mean, there is a lot of locations sitting there right around freezing or at freezing. So that's what we're going to be dealing with. Feeling like winter this morning, but afternoon it will feel like spring. 63 is still below average, but it's much nicer than the past couple of days, especially with those winds calm down. That's really what we need. So it will feel fairly decent. Now going off into the evening, not much going on. If you have any events planned, going out to dinner, whatever it may be, overnight and into tomorrow, that's when the rain moves in. But the thunderstorm activity is what we're going to be tracking, and that's later on in the day on Saturday. I'll show you when you can expect that hour by hour with that severe weather possibility in just about 10 minutes.
Okay, see you then. Thank you.
Developing news this morning in southern Kentucky. That's what we're tracking. State police investigating after possible human remains were found in a creek.
The discovery was made overnight in Rockcastle County off of US 25 near Livingston. Investigators are staying tight-lipped this morning about the investigation. They have secured the scene. WKYT's Mark Barber joining us live by phone from there now to explain what we know at the moment. Mark?
Good morning, Bill. Well, I can tell you that I'm here in Rockcastle County where state police have roped off areas near US 25 here, which is where investigators found those remains late last night. Now, they say that these remains were found just about 6 miles east of Laurel County, again off of US 25. They say that they made this gruesome discovery after someone called them to the South End Loop Road, again in Rockcastle County, for what was called at the time a suspicious discovery. Their deputies say that they found the remains spread along Callaway Branch Creek, again several hundred yards just east of US 25. Now this time of day is what investigators say they've been waiting for. Again, it's just very early investigation, still a lot of questions to be answered, but they say that with daylight they were hoping for more answers. Well, the sun is not up yet, but day is breaking here, and this is when they say that state forensic investigators, pathologists will be coming out here. They will be starting to look into this case themselves. Now, while they have not said if these remains are human remains, we do know that state pathologists do look into whether they do investigate cases involving human corpses. So that is the latest here. Of course, as more information is released throughout the day, we'll keep you updated here and on our website, WKYT.com. Mark Barber, WKYT.
Right, so some pretty good clues about what they suspect there. Thank you very much, Mark. It's 6:33 now. A Lexington woman has been convicted of killing her boyfriend. Overnight, a jury up in Newport found 24-year-old Shayna Hubers guilty of murder. Hubers admitted that she shot and killed Ryan Poston in October of 2012, but she'd claimed that it was in self-defense. She will be sentenced, at least the sentence will be set by the jury later this morning.
After months on the run, a Lexington murder suspect is now in jail. Police arrested 21-year-old Javon McGee last night with the help of U.S. Marshals. He's accused in a deadly shooting from December. WKYT's Hillary Thornton live at the courthouse this morning, where he will be arraigned today.
Good morning. The man police say shot and killed Joseph Ramon Parker back in December of last year is now behind bars after witnesses helped investigators piece together exactly what happened. Police say 21-year-old Javon Tink McGee shot Parker several times in the Augusta Court area. Parker died a short time later from those injuries at UK Hospital. Lexington police say they were able to identify McGee as the shooter after talking to witnesses who say they saw Parker and McGee get in a physical altercation and then watched McGee pull out a gun and shoot Parker in the neck from close range. Investigators say a witness then watched McGee leave that area but return a short time later and exchanged words with that witness. According to the arrest warrant, McGee then went into an apartment, changed clothes, and then left the area with his sister. The witness says the sister then returned later without McGee. Now, those clothes that witnesses say McGee was wearing during that shooting were found the day after the shooting through a search of that apartment and the surrounding area. McGee was then identified through a photo lineup by those witnesses. He is scheduled to be in court this afternoon facing that murder charge. Live in Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
All right, thank you, Hillary. A woman managed to walk away not completely unscathed after crashing her car into a moving train. Let's just say it could have been a whole lot worse. New this morning, Lexington police say overnight a driver did not stop for the crossbar on Waller Avenue and crashed into that train. She was not seriously hurt, but she was cited for DUI.
New this morning on WKYT, a Lexington father is accused of abusing his 3-month-old sons. Lexington police charged Jaron Hamilton with 3 counts of criminal abuse. They say he intentionally caused serious physical injury to his 2 infant sons on multiple occasions. Investigators are trying to figure out what caused a fire that killed a Floyd County woman. The fire was at a home on Highway 2030 in the Little Mud Creek area. The coroner there says a woman in her mid-60s was found dead inside the home. Her name has not been released this morning. Investigators say her body has been sent to Frankfort for an autopsy.
A Kentucky teenager who lost both her parents says she's grateful for the support she's received. Tina Rapley died Monday in Clark County while taking her 13-year-old daughter, Lara, to school. Lara lost her dad in a different car crash. Her grandmother is raising money now for the family. Lara says she has a message she wants others to hear.
It's a reason to keep going. It's like, I'm not alone in this. There's thousands of people praying for me, encouraging me through this, and I don't have to do this alone.
In addition to a GoFundMe site, there's also a scholarship fund that's been set up for her at First Traditional Bank in Mount Sterling. Well, police chase came to a crashing end in Lexington, injuring 3 people. State police say they stopped 21-year-old Anthony Dixon last night at a checkpoint on Bryan Station Road. When he sped off, police chased him, and that's when Dixon's car flipped. He and 2 passengers are taken to the hospital with minor injuries. Dixon now faces several charges, including wanton endangerment.
The most viewed story right now on WKYT.com is about an Eastern Kentucky Police Department stepping up its efforts to derail the so-called pop train. A WKYT investigation highlighted the growing problem last year. Some people on food stamps or SNAP benefits use them to buy cartloads of soda before selling it to stores for cash. That amounts to welfare fraud. The Kentucky Cabinet for Health and Family Services used our video to help win federal grant money to battle the fraud problem, and Hazard Police received some of that money. We rode along with the detectives as they looked for people making money off the pop train.
You know, this comes out of our tax money. It's not right. It's not fair. When people take it, you know, they go inside here and purchase whatever they want and then resell it with the intent to defraud the government. That's not right.
The Cabinet for Health and Family Services says it distributed the grant money by evaluating the type of support needed to protect operations and what was possible in each area. So they coordinated that with the local police departments.
That's a lot of people fired up, that story.
Well, it does, and you know, it's #1 on the website.
Yeah.
A lot of people looking at it and trying
comments.
to understand it all. All right, 6:38 is our time. After a cold start, we're expecting a beautiful day to get out and enjoy the last day of Keeneland's spring meet.
Turns out the iconic racetrack has a huge impact on Lexington's economy. We can imagine, right? A new economic study says Keeneland has a nearly $600 million impact on Fayette County. That was last year. The Breeders' Cup expected to make the 2015 numbers much higher. The economic impact study was done by researchers at UK in conjunction with Keeneland. Time is running out. Get there if you can. Well, glimmering hot air balloons were a sight to behold last night in Louisville as the Kentucky Derby Festival Great Balloon Fest got underway.
Always a colorful event. The event is called the Great Balloon Glimmer, and it took place on the Derby's north and south lawns. It's an annual event at the festival and extremely popular, and it all leads up to the annual Great Balloon Race at 7 a.m. Saturday, which starts at Bowman Field, and anybody in the Louisville area tomorrow will we'll be able to see those balloons. Weather permitting, we'll be carefully watching that throughout the day tomorrow, and hopefully it'll be early because as the day goes on, we have that chance of storms in the area.
Yeah. All right. Let's hope that the weather holds out for them. Well, let's check now to see how traffic is moving for us.
Here's Officer Don with a check on live drive traffic. Good morning, Don.
Hey, good morning, gang. Check the construction zone on the inner and outer loops of the circle. We're okay between Leestown Road and Versailles. Off to a decent start there. And don't forget the milling and paving work that's happening on Man of War near Alumni. Outside right now, no major delays in Lexington. We're good to go on the inner and outer loops of the circle and the interstate. And on our Waze map, so far so good. Inbound Nicholasville Road, just steady from the county line. Harrodsburg Road's the same situation. And downtown, no major issues to report. Of course, we'll keep you up to date throughout the morning.
We know you will. And Officer Don and Deanna are on 98.1 The Bull. When you get in your car this morning, give them a listen. And it's good to have you with us on WKYT this morning. A lot more on the way on your Friday.
You can get all the comforts of a luxury hotel with a mile-high view. A look at how one hotel chain taking their business to new heights.
Looking across the way, it is chilly outside. We're sitting there at 32 degrees in Lexington. Freeze warning this morning, severe storms for tomorrow, at least the potential for it. It's wild weather here in Kentucky, and I'll show you a wild ride here in your forecast coming up.